After World War II, the reality of global espionage shifted. Raw courage and a good cover story were no longer enough to survive in hostile territory. An operative needed highly specialized physical tools. The United States faced a severe intelligence deficit. The Soviet KGB possessed highly advanced surveillance technology and a vastly more experienced officer corps, leaving American agents dangerously outgunned. This disparity became a critical vulnerability with Oleg Penkovsky, a Soviet walk-in who provided invaluable missile data during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Penkovsky's spy gear was inadequate for the volume of intelligence he possessed. His cameras had very limited photo capacity, and his radio transmission rates were painfully slow. To pass his information, he arranged highly dangerous face-to-face meetings with his handlers. Those physical limitations proved fatal. The frequent contacts exposed him to Soviet surveillance, directly leading to his arrest and execution. The CIA responded to this structural failure by formalizing the Office of Technical Service, or OTS. They assembled a specialized unit of chemists and engineers with a single mandate: invent the clandestine tools necessary to level the playing field. The Cold War demanded a relentless arms race of scientific engineering, where falling behind meant certain death for operatives in the field. OTS scientists found their first major breakthrough in the invention of the transistor. They leveraged this new technology to solve the exact problems that killed Penkovsky through extreme miniaturization. This led to the deployment of the T-100, a specialized document copying camera. Engineered specifically for a Soviet agent codenamed Trigon, the T-100 allowed him to safely photograph classified documents without needing to smuggle bulky gear into heavily monitored buildings. They also developed short-range agent communication devices, or SRACs. For high-value assets like Soviet engineer Adolf Tolkachev, this meant they could finally transmit stolen data securely from a distance without ever meeting a handler. The lab began weaponizing everyday objects for concealment. They designed hollow rocks for dead drops and seamlessly hid miniature cameras directly inside wooden umbrella handles. They even engineered psychological concealments. OTS created dead drops hidden inside taxidermy rats, objects so inherently repulsive that no counterintelligence officer would inspect them. They also modified smoking pipes with bone conduction technology, allowing an agent to bite down and secretly hear radio transmissions through their jawbone. By transforming mundane environments into covert operational tools, OTS drastically reduced the necessity of face-to-face contact behind the Iron Curtain, keeping their assets alive longer. When missions requiring access to environments where human agents could not physically go, OTS scientists turned to robotics. They built Charlie, a highly advanced robotic catfish designed to silently test unmanned underwater propulsion and gather water samples. In the air, they developed the Insectothopter. This miniature unmanned aerial vehicle was engineered to perfectly mimic the flight and appearance of a dragonfly, serving as a covert audio surveillance platform. This mastery of microdrones contrasted sharply with the macroscopic scale of Project Azorian, a highly secret 6-year scientific effort to recover a sunken Soviet submarine. To pull it off, the CIA commissioned the Hughes Glomar Explorer. The mechanical audacity of this project involved building an 8-foot-wide mechanical claw capable of grasping a 1,750-ton object and lifting it from an ocean abyss 3 miles beneath the Pacific surface. Whether they were manipulating technology at microscopic tolerances or macroscopic extremes, OTS engineers proved they could execute missions the public deemed physically impossible. But the intense paranoia surrounding reports of Soviet truth serums and chemical warfare pushed OTS scientists across severe ethical boundaries. Collaborating with Army scientists on Project MK the CIA developed lethal biological weapons, successfully engineering potent darts and pills. They also stockpiled lethal agents, including 11 grams of shellfish toxin that a CIA scientist secretly kept for years. This research culminated in Project MKUltra, a highly controversial CIA program testing LSD and other chemical agents. The explicit goal was to manipulate human behavior and break subjects during interrogations. The life or death pressure of the Cold War innovation loop led these scientists to abandon core moral constraints. They treated human biology as just another variable to be engineered and weaponized. Today, the bizarre physical artifacts of this covert arms race, from invisible dry ink systems to living animals used as surveillance platforms, are locked away inside the CIA's private, highly classified museum. The museum serves a strict pedagogical purpose. It operates as an operational training ground where new officers study the scientific triumphs and deadly failures of their predecessors. The building's architecture reinforces this mission. The museum features a coded ceiling where hidden messages in Morse code, in digital binary, and in tap code constantly challenge the officers walking the halls below. These officers learn how the tools of the trade have evolved. Physical hollow rocks have been replaced by steganography, the practice of embedding hidden messages inside digital binary data, a technique utilized by modern spies like Ana Montes. While technology has shifted from mechanical to digital, the core mandate of the OTS remains unchanged. As long as nations possess secrets, scientists will operate in the shadows, engineering the impossible tools required to steal them.